Today marks 1577 day of daily lessons, daily reflections. And today we speak about meditation. But specifically, what did I learn after doing 20 days of meditation, 10 minutes every single day? I think it's a beautiful thing that we're able to reflect what did I improve? Where did I improve? How I improved? Ideally, how it makes me better. And I think that I will do that kind of lesson after 50 days, maybe 100 days. But 20 days, I think, is a great place to be in because now you know that there is some improvements. Because sometimes it's very hard to really to sustain something that you do not see any progress. You're going to a gym 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. And when you look into a mirror, you don't see any difference. It seems exactly the same person. I think when meditation is mind muscle and you go 1 day and 2 days and 3 days and 4 days and then you don't see any difference potentially and but after 20 days you start to see that your mind muscle start to really to handle things differently. And today we'll share 6 things that I have wrote right here what really allowed me to really be better at. And every single person will have different things because I think that's even meditations. Because I did those 20 meditations, different kind of meditations, mindfulness meditation, calming meditation, visualization meditation. And there's different meditations. I was focusing more on the nervous system, on calming meditation majority of the time. And that's why some people will have different results from it because there's different types of meditations. And we need to understand ourselves, what do I need right now? What kind of meditations would be the most beneficial for me right now? Now, sometimes just calming meditation, I think, is a great start because that's always will benefit us no matter what. So, 6 things. What did I learn so far after 20 days doing meditation for 10 minutes a day? Number one is that what I learned is that I became softer towards myself. And what it means is that I learned that I don't need to fix myself. The only thing that I need to do is just optimize myself to improve, but improve from content, not from disappointment that I'm not where I'm supposed to be. And I think that's one thing is that softness is coming from understanding of presence. Because in the present moment, you are great. You are comfortable with yourself. But when you look into the past, you potentially could be mistakes. Then of course that means that you are not happy about the things that you did. Maybe you look into the future and you're afraid of it, and you're looking into lacking parts of your soul that you're not able to achieve it yet. But in the present moment, you are great as you are. I think that's the beautiful thing. And when you start to see yourself as great as you are, and you start to like yourself, it's much easier to improve that part of yourself. Because I really love the saying that the the part that you don't like, the part that you hate, is extremely difficult to improve. Because when you look into your friends as well, like the people that you like, how much easier it is to help them, and how much harder to help somebody that you hate. It's almost impossible to hate someone. And I think that sometimes we treat ourselves exactly the same way. When you love ourselves, we're able to improve ourselves much, much better than we hate ourselves. And I think meditation is a great place to be in because you are able to be softer towards yourself. Number two is what I learned is a comfort with quiet. And I think that this is again not every single person will focus on this lesson. But I was one of the person who addicted to movement, always on the go, always on the go. So that means that maybe work, maybe study, maybe reading, then sports, then something else. Always on a go. Like even going for a walk with a coffee in your hand, going a park for a walk, doing trainings, like everything, just always on the go, full schedule, always doing something. And I was addicted to that. And it's great to be focused and doing great things and have that urge in your mind. But I think that the importance is, why do you do that? Do you run away from being quiet and present? Or because you running towards? Because if you're not able to be quiet, that's wrong. But if you're not quiet because you're going after things, I think that's totally different thing. So now when I started doing those 20 minutes, those 20 days meditations at the beginning, it was very hard to just sit for 10 minutes. And like always, my in my mind was, what could I potentially do? I could do this one, I could do this one, I could do this. So I was constantly thinking about the things that I could do. And I think that's not okay. We need to be okay being quiet and present in the moment and not to think about what needs to be done right now. So presence is extremely important. So that's what I learned. Number three, that internal government. That really meditation is building stronger internal government. So what I mean by that is that a lot of times we are dictated by external circumstances and we are very reactive. So something happened, we react. Something happened, we react. Something happened, we react. But what meditation allows me to do right now, and of course only 20 days, that really include response. So what it means is something happens, now I'm able to breathe in, make a pause, reflect, and respond. And this is a massive, massive shift. So that means that something happened, you respond, you reflect, and then respond. So that's in the middle there is reflection. And I think that that's the beautiful thing when we are internally governed. Because when you externally govern, that means that something that happen outside will control your thinking, your control your emotions. Everything controls what happening by other people, by circumstances. And I don't think that's a great place to be. And meditation is allowing us to really take control of our emotions, take control of our thinking, and being able to say, I am governed by myself, within myself, not by something that's coming outside of me. Number four, it builds emotional awareness and honesty. And this is again those I started to do two things: a meditation and labeling emotion of the day. And those two are very intertwined because now when I look into meditation allows to really notice my sensations, notice my thinking, notice my emotions, and being able to really start labeling those emotions. Because sometimes you can okay say I'm angry, but maybe you're not angry. Maybe you are just hurt. And those are different. Because if you hurt, sometimes you need to forgive. If you're angry, maybe there is something else that you need to release. And I think that's a beautiful thing when you start to really be more aware of your sensations, your thinking, your emotions. And because you are knowing what is exactly happening, because sometimes you can say, I'm tired. Maybe you're not tired, maybe you're hungry. And being exactly notice where those sensations are coming from and why those sensations are coming from allows you to really fix the right root cause rather than focusing on the wrong thing. Number five, I already probably mentioned that, but I wrote it respond slower. And that it means that you don't rush anything. Because I think that when we do not have that understanding of response, we always react. And that's extremely important is that really just when something is happening in our life, being able to really respond to it by including in our lives a reflection. And that means that reflection, it will include understanding your emotion, understanding your thoughts, understanding what you potentially could do. And now when you go through all the things that you want to go through, and now you are comfortable and happy with potential response, and you respond. Because what happens if you do not feel comfortable with your response and you react? Now you need to really think about the problem and about your reaction to that problem, because sometimes we react in such a bad way that now we feel bad because of the event and because of our reaction to the event. But if we include uh, the pause, include response, if we include that reflection, now we have event, we included reflection, and we responded in a way that we were happy about that response. And of course, that means that it might be that the event will be much, much better, and we don't need to think about reaction and fix the issues that came from reaction. Because sometimes we need to fix the event and fix the reaction problems that we created with it. And the last thing that I want to mention that really meditation really allowed me to really to do, and this is extremely important as well. Recover faster. So what it means is that when the emotion that you do not like, that you not want in your life comes, rather than being afraid of it, being able to really feel it through much faster. Maybe you used to, maybe I used, this is me, I used to sometimes have one emotion, one thought for hours and hours and hours, and I was not able to let it go. And sometimes want to suppress it, and it seems that it stays even longer. But now, when you're able to really do some kind of mindfulness things, and you're able to really reflect and really accept it and go through it, it sometimes disappears within a couple minutes. It comes and goes. It's just totally fine. But like when you're able to let it go and recover faster, that's probably one of the all of them. Those the six things that really were very powerful. But this one probably right now at this moment probably even the most powerful because it really allowed me to feel much more content with my life. Because all the things when I used to have the negative emotions, of course, that moment it's not pleasurable to be in. But now, when you're able to release those negative emotions within a couple minutes, within 5 minutes, and now you're able to move from negative emotion to positive emotion, how much more, how much more life becomes much more beautiful when you really bring more content, more peace, more joy, more bliss, because those negative emotions didn't stay. They moved away, and now you allowed a good emotion to come in and stay within you. And this is extremely powerful regarding the meditation that really allowed me to do it within the last 20 days. So I hope you choose to win and see you tomorrow.